Parents are excited to capture the memory with photos of their child as they embark on their first day of school. And these photos are all the rage on social media, but are parents sharing too much information? Joining us now to talk about this is Naisha Hothi with the Better Business Bureau of BC. Good morning, good to see you.
Good morning, thanks for having me.
And I love seeing these photos every year that you see on your feed of the kids going back to school, and they're standing next to the chalkboard that says, going into grade 3 or whatever. But there are some warnings and some concerns that people should be aware of. What kind of information should parents not be sharing in these posts?
It's tough because on social media we share so much inadvertently, and so it's very likely that everyone knows your child's name is Michael, but how much is too much? So if you're adding a last name, if you're adding age, well, by giving age, you've also given the year of birth, you give a location, you give where they go to school, you give their teacher's name. I'm going into Miss Kilthaw's class at Alouette Elementary. Well, you've just given a lot of information away. And so when they walk up to your child at school and say, well, oh no, don't worry, your mom sent me. She said to come get you from Miss Kilthaw's class. Don't worry, like I'm here, or I know this, or I know that. So there's two levels of safety here. There's the physical safety aspect and there's the digital safety aspect. So there's a lot that we do, but it's all inadvertent.
Absolutely. And of course, we post a photo and the background might be very telling as well.
Yeah, and so this is another thing. We often take photos right in front of our front doors and you don't realize, but you put your address on the door. Or you've taken it in the corner and you put the street sign on the door or in the photo. And so you've given away a lot of locational information, and you've said where you live and how to find your children, maybe the route that they walk home. There's a lot that we need to recognize when we take those photos and put them out publicly. Really use generic backgrounds if you can.
And so when it comes to posting, we don't want to tell people they can't do that, but are there some privacy settings that people should be looking at on their devices or on their platforms?
Absolutely. Firstly, so on Facebook, for example, you can actually say post this to just friends or, to whomever your circle is, but on other platforms, for example, you can't. So really being discerning with who you have in your bubble, who is your friend, who is your follower, and ensuring that you're only sharing those posts with the people that you trust. If you need to have a secondary account, say for work, you have a very public account, you want to have a private one where you share those more personal details so that grandparents, friends, family can see their loved ones, then that's great, but make sure you're checking those privacy settings regularly.
And also maybe be careful of who you're allowing into your friend group as well, because there are scammers who send friend requests, and sometimes we just inadvertently say, oh yeah, hey, a new person following me.
Absolutely. You might see a friend's name pop up again, and you think, oh, maybe they changed their account, and I'll accept it. Make that phone call, just double check, because it might be someone mimicking someone else's account, trying to get you to make that quick acceptance, and then you've got someone who you don't want in your friend circle.
So how can parents be more tech savvy to increase cybersecurity and keep sensitive information out of the wrong hands?
Yeah, the thing is, tech is changing all of the time, but there are so many tools out there. There are cybersecurity quizzes. The BBB.org has a lot of cybersecurity information, but I will always say, really, really secure your passwords. I'm talking about really ugly passwords. We say the uglier the better. I know.
They're hard to remember, those ones.
Hard to remember. There are password managers that you can use that are secure, but really, let's not put Michael and, 1992 or, so that you have an answer that's so easy to crack. Really be careful. Try to use a passphrase. So, if you love the Canucks are the best, but when you say R, you're using an @ symbol, or you're using the letter R, you use a number. You do things to change the way that it says what you're trying to say.
Something that a bot might have a more difficult time to try to decipher.
Absolutely. The more complicated it is, the longer it takes them to hack.
The harder it is to remember, but the less likely you are to be hacked. Really good information. Naisha Hothi with the Better Business Bureau. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Good tips. Very timely this morning.